Hola, bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Welcome to a new video. Today we are gonna learn the past. We are gonna start learning the past and we are gonna learn the verb that everybody struggles with. That is the Pretérito Indefinido. As always, I will leave on my website all the information so you can check it, exercises to make, examples, questions so you can reply and then practice, but always focus and follow how I say. First the regulars, practice them, then irregulars, practice them, and then combine them all, talking about your life or anything that you have done. Everybody struggles a lot because it's very irregular. It is a verb that is very irregular, and for me it's the most difficult one because it's very irregular. But the key is just to learn first the most common ones, use them, and then little by little go learning the rest of them. Don't focus on learning them all because it's too difficult. Just focus on learning the most common ones, make phrases, talk about your life, and then little by little you go learning the rest. And that's it. Let's go to it. Vamos.
So, why are irregulars so difficult? And I consider that is the most difficult verb because nearly all of them are irregulars. Not nearly all of them, but there are many that they are irregulars. We have here the irregular ones in a table. So we have the verb of you, so it means that they go to a you. So estar, it becomes estuvo. Andar, it becomes anduvo. Tener, tuvo, and all of them. The ones that they go to a J, decir, dij, traer, traj, condujo, tradujo, produjo. And the ones that go to a I, querer, quis, venir, vin, hacer, hiz. And then again with said for him. Why do we do that? To keep the pronunciation. Because if you keep the C, we will not keep the pronunciation. O is k, iko. So this one will be iko. But to keep the pronunciation, we change it to a said so we can keep the pronunciation of the th, os. So they all become this. What do we do after? Well, we have this estuvo, and then we need to complete with the endings, okay? So for example, imagine that we want to do poder, put. So it becomes put. So yo pude, tú pudiste, él pudo, pudimos, pudisteis, pudieron. We just need to complete with the endings. We just take this and we complete it. With the person that we want to say, we just complete it with the ending. Tener, tuvo. So be, yo tuve, tú tuviste, él tuvo, tuvimos, tuvisteis, tuvieron. Another one with a J. Important here, the J that will go with this one, okay? The ones that they are J. For example, traer, to bring. So be, yo traje, tú trajiste, él trajo, trajimos, trajisteis, trajeron. Okay, the ones that they are J, they don't have the I in the end. They don't have this I, they just do eron, trajeron. The same with the I, querer becomes quis. So will be, yo quise, tú quisiste, él quiso, quisimos, quisisteis, quisieron. And you see now like, oh my god, I totally changed, it doesn't sound like the same verb. It doesn't, I know, but it is making phrases and talking about yourself. This is something that is not about understanding, oh, why is it like this? No, it's just like this. You need to memorize the verb like you did in the present and just go using them so you learn more of them. Now try to make phrases with these ones. For example, ayer estuvimos con mis primos, el otro día anduvimos 10 kilómetros. This is a block. Then we go to the next ones, the totally irregular. So these are totally irregular. You just need to learn this. They don't have endings differently that you need to complete. It is like that. So dar, it becomes di, diste, dio, dimos, disteis, dieron. Ser, ir, the same verb. It is the same verb in the past. Yo fui, tú fuiste, él fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. What do I mean when I say that they are the same? So for example, ayer fui al gimnasio. Yesterday I went to the gym. But if you want to say we were or I was, but the verb to be, it is the same verb. Todos fuimos muy felices en el evento. We were all very happy in the event. So to be and to go, it is the same in the past in Spanish. It is the same verb. Okay, we are finishing 2 more blocks and that's it. So we have the ones that the third person in singular and in plural, they change the e for I. So be yo pedí, these ones are regulars. We remove IR and we add the endings. So be yo pedí, tú pediste, but he, she, and they, it will be with I. Él pidió, ellos pidieron, no pidió, it wouldn't be either pedieron, I need to think about it, pedieron. Okay, it sounds weird for us. For example, we're gonna do with sentir. How will be? Yo sentí, tú sentiste, él sintió, nosotros sentimos, vosotros sentisteis, ellos sintieron. Okay, we change it. The same, these ones are only 2, dormir and morir. Yo dormí, tú dormiste, but with he, she, and they. Durmió, dormimos, dormisteis, durmieron. So with morir, yo morí, tú moriste, él murió, morimos, moristeis, murieron. The same one that they have the same rule, but we include a y, okay? We include a y here. So for example, leer, only for the third person in singular and plural, okay? So yo leí, tú leíste, él leyó, leímos, leísteis, leyeron. So we are gonna say now, for example, with creer, a verb that we use a lot. So we remove er, yo creí, tú creíste, él creyó. Nosotros creímos, vosotros creísteis, ellos creyeron. Okay, we include that y there. We remove er and we add that y. Influir, another verb that, well, in news they use it a lot. Yo influí, tú influiste, él influyó. Nosotros influimos, vosotros influisteis, ellos influyeron. And this is all. This is all the explanation. It is a lot of verbs, I know, but we are gonna focus in just important ones for now. Again, you do the regulars one day, you learn them. Then the next day we go with the regulars, we practice them, but we focus on the ones that you're gonna use the most. You don't need to know all of them for now, just on the ones that you're gonna use, okay? So we have here some exercises to practice, okay? So you can practice and see the endings. The same with questions. Always is important to practice questions, how to make them, because then when you talk to someone, you need to ask questions, okay? It's not just you talking, it's not a monologue, okay? And now what do? We try to make our own phrases. You have here examples, okay? And I already tried and put the most common ones. Like for example, traer, poner, dar, ser, okay? And we try to make our own phrases. So we have here phrases. You can take these ones and make your own. For example, yo no tuve tiempo ayer, lo siento. So imagine that you had to do something and say, lo siento, no tuve tiempo ayer y no pude terminar el proyecto. Okay, so you try and make phrases that you know that you're gonna use. That's the most important thing. Then after, I'm gonna leave a little text, about a weekend, something that I ask my students all the time, like, what did you do last weekend? What did you do? And they always have to reply because I always ask that. I want to know a little bit about their life. This is an example. You can take this one and make your own. This is a typical conversation that we have. Ask about what they did. And as you know, Spanish people, at least Spanish people, we talk a lot. And when we describe something that we did, we are going to say every single thing. If we say that we went to the supermarket, we are going to say to you how many apples there were there. I wanted oranges, there were no oranges, and then I have to buy apples or anything like that. We say every single thing that happened to us, so it is good to practice. So when you speak to someone, at least from Spain, understand what they're going to say because they're going to talk a lot. And then after I left other questions that you can reply. These are the questions that I normally ask my students, like why did you study in the university? Why did you choose it? Was it difficult, the degree? What was your first job? What did you like the most and what did you like the least about this job? What was your favorite job that you did? Different questions that I know that you're gonna use, that you're gonna reply talking with someone. So it is very good to practice, and the next day when you talk to someone, you already have the confidence to talk to them. That's the key, and that's how I learned all the languages that I speak. I just talk to myself. I'm in my bedroom and I talk to myself like a crazy lady, and I say to myself, oh, my first job was this, I did this. So next time when I talk my French teacher, I know how to say it, okay? And that gives me confidence, okay?
And that's all. I hope I was clear enough in the video. I hope you understood it. Any doubt about my content, you can say it to me on the comments. As always, you have all the material on my website, exercises, examples of different phrases so you can create your own. And that's it. Please create your own. That's how you will learn Spanish and how you become fluent in Spanish. Just practicing and making phrases that you know you're gonna use. As well, you have all the material, beginner, advanced, all my videos. I always highlight the vocabulary that I know many of my students don't know, so you can learn them then after exercises. So you can go on my website, checking all the content that I have, and that's it. Well, if you liked it, please give a thumbs up because it really helps me. Subscribe because I'll be doing more videos like this. And I see you very soon. Muchas gracias y muchos besos. Wow, este pintalabios es increíble porque te hacen los labios como muy grandes. Bueno, no tan grandes, no soy Angelina Jolie.